Hello everybody, yes, I'm back. It's me, GhostCritic. After having a week off, had a nice holiday in London where I didn't actually buy all that many comic books while I was down there. I left it to the weekend when I was coming back, and you'll have seen the profits of my endeavours looking through loads of long boxes from, I think it was Sunday I put it up, but there has just been a comic book haul video. If you've not watched that yet, go and check it out and see all the stuff I've been buying from my local comic book store, who have just finished off their kind of almost month-long 50p back issue sale, where I spent probably a little bit more money than I really wanted to, but at 50p you just got to grab them while you can, because up here it doesn't happen very often. New subscribers, obviously I've got quite a lot this week because I've had 2 weeks of new subscribers. So just to remind anyone else that is new here, this is the first video of mine you've seen. If you subscribe to me from today until next Wednesday, I will give you a shout out in next week's new comic book day video. And if you have a channel which you regularly upload to, then I'll put a link to that channel in the description bar below and send people your way, and hopefully you'll get some subs out of it too. So let's go on to all these wonderful people that have subscribed to me over the last 2 weeks. I'll be honest, and I haven't checked out people's videos. I know some of them do have videos on their channel, and again I will put a link to their channel down there, but I haven't actually looked at a great many of them yet. So let's crack on. We have R. Young, Darren Green, Giles Guest, Comic Crypt of Castle Hills, Marvel Meddings, Stuff from the Shed, Marty 922, Betty Bullion, and Gerard Quizon. So thank you to all you wonderful people, and don't forget, don't just subscribe, remember to thumb this video up if you liked it. Comment down below, tell me how you found me, what you're collecting comic book wise, what you think I should be picking up, because at the moment my comic book pull list is flipping upside down, because so many books, especially from the Marvel side, are dropping, or I'm dropping them. They've finished their runs. Just recently Black Widow's finished, Uncanny Inhumans, Extraordinary X-Men, they've all gone. And the first comic book I'm going to show you is the last one. I've decided to stop picking this one up now, and it is Jason Aaron's Star Wars. Reasoning behind this is that I tried Star Wars comics in the past over at Dark Horse, and I didn't really get them. They were far too steeped in kind of history, and you had to be a full-on kind of Star Wars geek to know a lot of the characters. So I thought I'd try it again here with Marvel, you know, Star Wars coming back to Marvel, and I thought I'll be alright because it's between, you know, this takes place between A New Hope and The Empire Strikes Back. I've seen both of those films, so I'm going to have a good chance that I'm going to know what's going on. And it's not so much that I don't know what's going on, it's just very much the thrill isn't there for me personally. It's not that Jason Aaron's a bad writer, he's doing some great stuff on other titles, but there's just something about a Star Wars comic that I'm just going to have to admit to myself and just say, it's not for me. So, last Star Wars comic for me. Also from Marvel, they're starting off their new X-Men teams, and this week we had X-Men Gold. I thought I'd give that a go. I think my idea on this is that I'm going to try each first issue of all the teams and see which one I like the best, and then pick that one up. It's gonna be pretty pricey if they're all the same price point at the moment, because although this feels very thick, I think there's a lot of back matter. Show you there. I think what they call it is, that's it, the road to X-Men Gold. So basically that's going to be kind of a history of X-Men, so I think that's how they bulk this out, but it's $4.99, so that was a bit of a dent in my wallet, which really shouldn't have been there. But as I said, I'll give each of these X-Men teams a go and see which one I like best and plump for that one, because as much as a lot of my books are falling off and being cancelled, or I'm dropping them, I don't want to just throw a load more at it without, you know, let's try quality, not quantity, folks, yeah? So that's that. That's all for the Marvel. No DC this week, which surprised me, because I'm sure we didn't have a Wonder Woman or Flash last week, and they usually come out every other week, so hey ho. However, we have from Boom Studios issue 31 of The Woods. I was reading that this title had just received an award from GLAAD for, I don't know, best representation, I guess, of gay characters in a comic book. But above that, then winning that award, it did kind of point to the fact that this book hasn't got long to go now. They're just wrapping it up. So I'm kind of breathing a sigh of relief, because The Woods has been more lows than highs. I've said it many times before, bears repeating. What Tynion does with this book is he kind of slowly, ever so slowly, builds up to a crescendo, and then you get bam, this really great thing that happens, and you want it to keep that momentum, but it falls back down again, and then you've got James Tynion slowly climbing back up to that crescendo again, and that's basically been The Woods since it began. So just at that moment where I'm going to drop it off and cancel it and go, oh, I can't be bothered, there's something really exciting happens, and so I have to keep going and reading. But now I know there's kind of like an end point in sight. I'll hold out till the end. That's The Woods. And two from Image Comics. We have issue 13 of Paper Girls, this time with a wraparound cover, looking kind of eerie and sci-fi at the same time. Another of those titles that's kind of hard to pigeonhole. Started off the kind of 80s retro vibe, came to the present day time and gave us a kind of slice of life, character infueled storyline, and now it's kind of thrown us into what looks like the future, or even further into the past, but there's lots of futuristic stuff going on as well, and then the odd big monster popping up from time to time. You never quite know what you're going to get with Paper Girls. However, Brian K. Vaughan has this way, as he does with a lot of his titles, in getting you to invest in these characters he creates and really make you kind of connected to them and feel for them when, you know, the shit hits the fan. So I've been loving this. Cliff Chang's artwork on this is great as well. We've got Matt Wilson on colours, doing a bang up job on there as well. Paper Girls, great title. Finally, we have issue 15 of Eric Stevenson's They're Not Like Us. The problem with this title usually is there's lots of talking and not enough doing. We have a lot of people sitting around discussing what they're going to do rather than actually going to do it. This is one of the books that I feel like should come to the end. Even that ambulance thinks so. It's warning me. Yeah, sorry about that. It's one of those books that feels like it should come to an end very soon, because I don't honestly know where else in its present state Eric Stevenson can really go with it, and all he really needs to do is have this final fight between our kind of outcast, misfit X-Men type characters and the kind of evil counterparts. But it does look nice. Simon Gaines' art is kind of very kind of hip and indie type style, and giving the characters a real kind of hipster credibility, I guess you could say. So it's nice to look at, and I'll have to look and find out how much more of this there is to go, to think about whether I'm going to stick with it, or is this going to kind of fall by the wayside. Let's hope it's a lot better this issue. Those, I'm afraid, are all the books this week. Only 5. I hope you enjoyed them. Don't forget to comment down below. Let me know what you've been picking up this week, what you're looking forward to in the future perhaps. Give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you fancy, follow me over on Twitter. I post lots of silly comic booky stuff and TV stuff if you're interested. I use it kind of in fits and starts. But please go follow me at GhostCritic, of course. Until next time, probably Sunday, where you will hear my thoughts and opinions of all those books I've just shown you. So don't forget to watch that. Bye bye.